So his comedy has taken him to all the late-night biggies. The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Late Night, Conan, Comedy Central.
His debut comedy album is Yelled At by a Clown. It was #1 on the iTunes comedy charts. We welcome Nate Bargatze to Charlotte today. Good morning, Nate.
Hey, thank you guys very much.
Yelled At by a Clown. Are we talking class clown?
Literally, my dad was a clown, so it almost sounds weird that you think it'd be me calling myself the clown, but my dad he yelled at me.
A professional
as a clown. He started out, this is how he's a magician, and he still does magic, so he's full-time magic. Now, I don't want you guys to think I come from a rich magic family, but this is the early years, the blue collar that we just, coming through the ranks, and started out with him being a clown. That was when I was 5. He's he did a bunch of weird shows. My first memory in life is him pulling up in our car, and he was dressed as a clown, and he brought the Easter Bunny home. Apparently the Easter Bunny needed a ride, and so he was going to give him a ride home, and he brought him home to meet me. So I remember just the clown part wasn't even weird to me. That should be weird, but it's not, because it's my dad. And the Easter Bunny's head was bent over because he couldn't fit in the car, and then he got out, and I got to meet him. So
That's a true story.
Yeah, it's a true story.
Great.
Yeah.
So you weren't one of those kids who was scared of clowns?
No, I mean you can't. I wouldn't have seen my dad if I was. I would have had to move out at 5 years old and get a job and stuff. It'd been a lot.
So you were basically at that point destined to become a comedian.
I guess so. I didn't even think about it then, but yeah. Now when I look back, everything's starting to it all fits in now.
Like a puzzle. Right?
Yeah. When you see it now, you're like, all right, this all makes sense.
We are told that you are one of Jimmy Fallon's favorite comedians.
Yeah, that's what I'll let you guys say that as much as you.
That's a really big
tell
deal.
everybody.
That's an honor, right?
Yeah, it is. He's been extremely nice to me, and I've got to do a show a bunch, and he's let me do it. And then I was on this night show already, and he's the best. I mean,
You said he's really a nice guy.
He's as nice as you think he is, really. Some people you don't know, and he's a guy that when you meet him, he's generally I think that's why everybody likes him. You root for him. You could tell how excited he is to even get what he's getting to do, and he really does. He loves it. And he wants stuff. He wants good stuff for people.
What's it like to do those shows, to be on the air with Fallon or Conan even? Yeah,
it's great. You do them, and it's you go do it, and you really want to do good for them. Because you see when you walk out, you see them. So usually when you get off, you just kind of want to you're worried about a set, but then you also want to be your friends or my wife, they would go. I'd be like, well, were they laughing? Was Conan or Fallon laughing the whole time? And the first time I did Conan was the first late night spot I did. Me and my wife we're riding, and they pick you up in a car and stuff, and we're riding to it. So it's this, we're like, oh, this is crazy, and we pull up right in front of NBC, and I look over, and all these people are there with cameras and autograph books, and so they start walking to a car because they think I'm going to be famous. And I was like, this is not going to be good at all. And I opened the door, and it's as 8 people walked up, then you just saw 8 people turn around and walk away from me. And I was just like, I'm sorry, I wish you guys knew who I was. It was very disappointed. So that was and then I'm going to go do Conan. So it was a good, humbling experience right before I got to do it. So.
My friend Jill is a huge fan of yours. She wanted to come here and watch you today. She's going to come see your show at Comedy Central, but, at the Comedy Zone. Gosh, but I got to stop drinking before the show. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And she says you do a funny bit about something about Walmart, about visiting. I don't
yeah,
need to put
I'm
you
a
on the
big
spot.
fan. No,
You're a fan. Okay, good.
I'm a big fan of Walmart, and they're always open. Because then people hate them because it's they think Walmart was it's big business, it kills the mom and pop shops, but they were a mom and pop shop, at some point, and they got their act together and became unbelievable. So I was like, I'll just ride these guys out. There was a fire. I read a story. There was a fire at a Walmart, and they didn't shut down. I
mean, that is dedication.
Yeah. People just thought they were selling fire, real fire. Like Walmart could sell real fire. You would believe it.
At a great price.
Yeah, it'd be good, nice, cheap.
We know you're married. You have a little girl.
I do have a little girl. When he was talking earlier about you got to cut the TV off and talk to your wife.
Yes.
It's well, what are you going to talk about if the TV's off? I was like, oh, I got to sit down with her and we're going to speak about things. Yeah, we have a daughter. It's nice. You get a friend in the house, and it's not. I have a 2-year-old daughter, and it's very exciting. We were living in New York actually when she was to be born, but we flew home. I'm from Tennessee, and she was born in Tennessee. instead of New York, because like I don't need her thinking she's better than me. So I was like, you start where we all start. No one gets a leg up in our family. So that's she's about to be 2, July 8th. She'll be 2.
Do you shop for her at Walmart?
I did. I bought her. I really just went in there and like we got her toy. You know those popper toys? It's like you push, it's got a globe and it pops up. It hasn't changed, by the way, since that toy was made in the 20s, and that guy is just cleaning up because he has not changed that toy at all. And she had one. She's pulling it all over the store, so I was like, all right, I'll buy her this, but I didn't want that one because I felt like it was used already. So I grabbed a new one, and then I go and I buy the new one, and then I'm like trying to switch with her, and she's like, she won't let me, like, I'm trying to price. We get in a huge fight, me and 1.5-year-old. Like, we look like we belong in Walmart, and we're screaming. Then I finally get out of her hands. I'm like, it's the same toy. Like, it doesn't matter. Just switch. And she's looking at me like, yeah, it's the same toy. Like, why does it matter? Like, just let me play with it. Why are you taking like? So we're both at a standstill. But luckily, I'm bigger, and so I finally switched it.
So you forced the one in the box on her.
I forced her, and I'll be honest with you, she has not touched it since. Like, I could have thrown it away the second we walked out of Walmart.
So, Nate, who really won?
I guess she did. Actually, you really bring it up, because I'm just wasting money. I mean, it was $1, but it's, it's a lot of dollars. I could have just given her $1, and that would have been, she would have played about the same with the popper.
Oh, so your wife is tolerant of this. Life as a comedian, you're on the road all the time.
Yeah.
How's that hard on the marriage?
No, I don't. I mean, it works out for me. So I'm sure it's hard on her. If she was here, I bet she'd have a different answer. But I'm loving it. And no, we travel. I have to travel a lot, and you just try to like come. I'm trying to get better. I used to go out a lot more. Or go out for long times, like over 10 days and stuff. And now I try to not. I don't want to do that. And and my daughter's like about to be 2. It's like she is extremely fun right now. So it's I'll wait till I think she's 13. Then I'll get back out. But right now, yeah, I kind of want to see
worldwide tour for Nate.
Yeah.
You can go see Nate Bargatze at the Charlotte Comedy Zone tonight through Saturday. Call 980-321-4702 for tickets and showtimes. You can also log on to cltcomedyzone.com. You are very naturally funny and cool.
Yeah,
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you. No, it was awesome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right.